An innovative culture drives an outcome-based approach to value creation. An outcome-based approach focuses on deliverables of products such as quality and service, instead of simply telling the products one off. To create value, an outcome-based approach highlights to organizations the specific needs of consumers and subsequently builds upon them. Hence, an outcome-based approach to value creation combined with an innovative culture can assist an organization in transforming themselves, creating competitive edges. Despite the evident advantages entailed in an innovative organizational culture, fostering such culture is easier said than done. Jeswala and Sachetto addressed this point and illustrated what distinguishes organizations with a highly innovative supportive culture from those with a low innovation supportive culture. Specifically, seven aspects of the organizations could foster the innovation supportive culture, namely stories, social rituals, physical symbols, leaderships, interactions, tacit and explicit knowledge, and frame of reference. For instance, when it comes to stories, organizations with a highly innovative culture would emphasize risk-taking, developing and promoting shared understanding, as well as cooperation across different divisions within the organizations. Such stories, when consistently repeated by the management, have a bearing on employees' attitudes and behaviors towards innovation. Also, the role of leadership plays a vital role, and when employees do not feel safe to share their own radical ideas in their teams, because a leader and other members censor the ideas heavily, i.e., causing low psychological safety, the notions of creativity and innovations are likely curtailed. Hence, the management should not only emphasize an innovative culture, but also implements policies and organizational practice that are consistent with such culture so that employees can freely express their ideas and opinions. Goyowana recognized that organizations are a complex system whereby organizational foci, goals, business innovations, and performance need to be well aligned. She proposed four types of organizational cultures. First, economic bureaucratic culture. Second, paternalistic hierarchical culture. Third, individualistic competitive culture. And fourth, ethical learning culture. The first two types are rather conservative. The first two types are rather conservative and do not foster much creativity among employees, and therefore innovations are less likely to be radical and novel. The latter two are geared more towards implementation of innovations. However, the individualistic competitive culture might not be very sustainable due to an extreme competitive pressure. This might potentially cause inefficient resource allocation among employees for innovations or push employees to take unethical behaviors. Organizations with an ethical learning culture is supposedly most conducive to innovations among the four, and this can be fostered by ethical leadership, whereby leaders provide fair treatment to their employees and motivate them to pursue the common good. This culture promotes a long-term orientation and forward-looking perspective, and organizations provide their employees with the opportunities for individual learning and voice behaviors. As noted above, organizations also need to focus on innovations that create values. As Brahim put, consumers are arbitrators of values. Organizations need to develop products or services that provide values to their customers in line with a consumer benefit experience perspective. In other words, organizations need to put their consumers in their mind when producing innovations, as value creation eventually conduces to increased revenues and firm profits. Value creation heavily depends on organizations' ability to leverage employee knowledge and therefore the role of human resource management and practices play a central role. As such, promoting the right organizational culture is critical to enable the development of innovations and to achieve value creation for customers.